What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we're going to be diving into the first Ultra League battles that I participated in for Go Battle League. Now, the team that we are bringing today is a lot of fun, really strong meta-relevant Pokemon. We have Swampert over there on the left with Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, and Earthquake. That Hydro Cannon is a Community Day move. We have Alolan Muck with Snarl, Gunk Shot, and Dark Pulse. I have Gunk Shot over Sludge Wave because I want to be able to one-shot those fairies. And then the Cresselia with Psycho Cut, Moonblast, and Future Sight. So no Grass Knot Cresselia. We are running Future Sight and Moonblast, which I personally think is better in the given meta of Ultra League. Now, for Great League, Grass Knot is fantastic. Ultra League, I really like Future Sight over Grass Knot. So let's go ahead and get right into these first battles, shall we? So Swampert and Alolan Muck, I had in preseason and season 1. They've done fantastic for me. The PvP IVs on them are pretty amazing, really strong overall in the meta, and they are still strong for season 2. Cresselia is a new addition, and we have Swampert here on the lead against Armored Mewtwo. So this is not the best matchup for us. The Confusion and Side Strike damage will be doing quite a bit. So we're building up a little bit of extra energy. Going to be going for Hydro Cannon right here. It's going to be doing neutral to Armored Mewtwo, but Armored Mewtwo is very thick, so it's not going to do a lot. And now we're swapping into Cresselia, hoping to catch that Side Strike, but they swap out into their own Cresselia right here. So we are ahead on energy, and we're just going to be going straight for Moonblast. I'm praying that I can get the debuff on my opponent for that -1 attack on the stat modifier. Now we get a little bit of lag, but the damage still goes through, which is great. That's always the worst thing that happens, but we're going for another Moonblast, and they are able to get to theirs in time. Now, there's no reason to shield right here. This is basically the equivalent of Azumarill versus Azumarill fights, and they got the debuff on me right there. So I have -1 attack stat modifier, so Moonblasts are not going to be doing as much, but we got it right back for them. So we are both nerfed in terms of our attacks, so this fight is just going to be getting longer. Just imagine in the Great League if Ice Beam lowered your opponent's attack and Azumarills were firing off Ice Beams to each other. That's equivalent of what's happening right here. So going for another Moonblast. Again, this is the move you want to be using in the mirror right here. Has a chance to lower the opponent's attack, does great neutral damage, but Cresselia is very, very thick. So we're still not going to shield right here. I will only shield basically if they shield, or even if I may choose to not shield and then just farm down on my Alolan Muck. So going for another Moonblast right here. Again, this won't finish him off because our attack is lowered, and now we're going to swap into Swampert actually and go for a Hydro Cannon. A quick Hydro Cannon right there. I'm hoping to save my Cresselia for later to potentially soak some damage for me. Now I know the Armored Mewtwo is coming back in, but this is where we can shield ourselves and just stop those Side Strikes. So basically we're just going to be building up energy, and I'm just going to go straight Hydro Cannons against this Armored Mewtwo. Another Side Strike coming in right here. This is going to hurt, so we're just going to shield again. And what's great about Swampert is it can stall that switch clock. Notice that it's coming back up, and as long as I go for Hydro Cannons, I can pressure more, or elongate more time where they're not doing damage to me and get shields just like we are right here. So we're going for back-to-back Hydro Cannons, and then my switch clock is actually going to be coming back up. So now I'm going to switch again, and I switch into the Cresselia right here, and I'm going to go for the Moonblast. Now they're going to have to use a charge move basically to finish us off. If we can get the attack debuff, that would be fantastic. We don't get the attack debuff, but now they have to use their energy on us, which is perfect. We got both shields. Cresselia then soaked the damage from Side Strike, and then now we can bring in our Alolan Muck and completely farm down for energy right here. Still keeping Swampert in the back just in case. We're going to bring in the Alolan Muck now, completely farm down for energy. We see a swap to Scrafty. Yeah, Scrafty. Haven't seen it in Ultra League yet, but Gunk Shot is going to be doing some pretty heavy neutral damage. And then what we're going to look to do is swap into our Swampert once the switch clock is up and they've used their energy. Now, this is most likely going to be a power-up punch. They definitely want to be ramping up their damage right here. And we're going to swap straight into Swampert and go for the Hydro Cannon as fast as we can. But they're getting off another charge move, and I thought this is pretty early for a foul play, so it's probably another power-up punch, which it is, but we can get off the Hydro Cannon right here. This will be finishing off the Scrafty, and then the timer on the clock is actually gone. That's because of the Cresselia fight we just had. It burned so much time. Time's up, and we are able to take game 1 right there. So let's go ahead and move into game 2. Now, these first couple battles were a lot of fun. Definitely trying to refresh myself on Ultra League. It's definitely a new meta that we see here, and we're facing off a previous rank 10, so congrats to them for making rank 10 in season 1. You can tell that by the pose that they have, and we have a Swampert versus Reggie Steele. So this is beautiful for us. This is exactly what I want to catch here on the lead, and it's a best buddy Reggie Steele at that. So what we're going to do is basically shield if they shield. We're going to go for Earthquake, but they get off the charge move first, which is okay. I'm not going to shield. Focus Blast is not going to take us out from this range. It's still going to do quite a bit of damage. And then we're going to go for an Earthquake ourselves. I want to punish them if they decide not to shield, or I want to get shields early, which would be fantastic. I already have my Swampert lined up against the Pokemon that I want it. And now we're going to be going for another Earthquake right here. We can get to it relatively quickly before they get to that second Focus Blast right here. If this gets a shield, fantastic, which it doesn't, which is okay. And now what we can do is farm down. So I'm going to go ahead and shield myself, and that last bit of health that Reggie Steele has, I can farm down with fast moves alone to have stored energy in the back for whatever they have. They decide to swap out into Lapras, so I'm going to go straight into Cresselia now. I still have loaded energy on my Swampert, but the Cresselia here does really well in a lot of neutral matchups, especially when spamming Moonblast. Moonblast, 30% chance to lower my opponent's attack, so we don't get it right there, but it's still going to be doing great damage. Now, from Lapras, I don't really need to worry about a lot of charge moves. Cresselia is very, very bulky, everyone, and you can soak so much damage, which is why it's definitely a meta-relevant Pokemon, especially with the update to Moonblast. So, charge move coming through, going to be another Surf right here. Not going to warrant the use of a shield yet, and we're going to be going for our own Moonblast again. Still hoping for the attack debuff. That's what I pray for every single time. Still does some great neutral damage, and we get the debuff, which is fantastic. That means these Surfs are not going to do a lot of damage. They're going to have to get to another Surf in actually order to take us out. So we're going to be able to hopefully get to another Moonblast. This Moonblast should be getting the final shield or take out the Lapras. That's definitely what I want. I want to get the final shield, which we do. This is great. I'm going to swap into my Swampert now. Remember, Reggie Steele is low, but I have loaded energy on Swampert right here with a Hydro Cannon. This will get the Lapras low, not enough to take it out. So that was a miscalculation on me. I'm just going to go ahead and let my Swampert go down. Why? Reggie Steele is gone, right? It has no health. So now we can just come in with our Alolan Muck and farm down. I was hoping the Hydro Cannon right there would be enough to finish, but it wasn't. So hopefully whatever's in the back we can handle. We will have to see though. And it's going to be a Charizard, which is perfectly fine. Now I need to be wary that they could potentially try to swap on a charge move. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for Gunk Shot now. They didn't swap, which is perfectly fine. Gunk Shot's going to do a ton of damage right here to the Charizard. And we're going to swap now to our Cresselia on the charge move to soak the energy. This is what's great about Cresselia, is its bulk can really last long in the mid game. And then you guys can utilize it as a third shield basically there at the end. Now, I know my opponent's going to swap right here. Charge move coming through. Could be Blast Burn, but Blast Burn would not take us out, and I need to be wary of the Flash Cannon potentially on the Reggie Steele. So there's the swap. Snarl finishes him off, and then the Charizard's going to come back in, and one more Snarl, and we finish it off with 1 HP in a Dream. So let's go ahead and move into Game 3 now. So that game was very, very, very close right there. Definitely closer than what I want it to be when it comes to the matches, and I risked it for the biscuit. We could have used a shield on the Blast Burn and been very healthy, but that's okay. So facing up against another previous rank 10, which is awesome. Huge congrats to them, and I believe this is a game where I messed up. Yeah. So this game right here, we land a fantastic lead. You can't ask for anything better than a Swampert versus a Charizard. They swap into Snorlax, and this is where I mess up. I go into Cresselia, and Cresselia does okay against Snorlax, but Snorlax wins these matchups because of that lick damage. They're both very thick Pokemon, and the only way Cresselia can really win this matchup is, one, if you're landing Future Sights, or two, if you can successfully get an attack debuff on your opponent, which I didn't know at the time, right? Cresselia is new to me. The Ultra League has a new kind of meta around it. These are the first battles, but we're learning here. So this matchup is a winning matchup for Snorlax as long as they successfully shield a Future Sight, which is what you guys are going to see right here. I try to sneak a Future Sight in. It's going to be doing a little bit more damage than the Moonblast because it has that stab damage, right? Cresselia being that Psychic type, it's going to do a bit more damage. And then they successfully shield right there. So that's basically a GG on my part. I'm going to go ahead and let the Cresselia go down right here. Body Slam isn't enough to finish us off, and I'm hoping I can get to a Moonblast in time, but we can't. So now we've lost Switch Advantage, and I decide to bring in Alolan Muck. So That was, again, probably not my best play, because what you guys are going to see is that I needed to get this Snorlax out of here very, very quickly. We go ahead and get off a Dark Pulse right there. Charge move coming through. I'm like, you know what? This is going to be a Body Slam. It's not. It's not a Body Slam, everyone. It's an Earthquake. Oh, man. We are making mistakes left and right. So we have 2 shields, and we let an Earthquake hit us right there. That's not good. We're going to see Charizard now come back in. We swap to our Swampert right here, trying to get off the Hydro Cannon. So this should get the shield from the Charizard, or hopefully get it very, very low. It gets it very low, and we see a swap now into Shiftry. So this is not good. Shiftry gains energy very quickly. Leaf Blade doing double super effective damage against us. We still have 2 shields though, which is okay. Swampert can draw out this fight potentially. So we're going to be going out for Hydro Cannons right here. Again, we want to burn that clock in the bottom right. That's our switch timer. And the more Hydro Cannons we do, the closer we get to getting that switch clock back. So we're going to go ahead and shield again. Hydro Cannon here, going to be resisted, but still enough to chip away at the health of a Shiftry. So hopefully we can get to a back-to-back right here. That's my goal. I want to try to get 1 right here, maybe get a shield, and then I'm looking to swap. We do get the shield. I swap, and I could have gone for Gunk Shot. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't think I was that close, but I was very close. We could have gone for the Gunk Shot, and then we are going to get 1 shot here by a Leaf Blade, and no one wants to see this Leaf Blade hit the Swampert, so we're just going to go ahead and move into the next battle. Yeah, so Swampert went down right there. That was GG. So moving into game 4, Swampert versus Melmetal. Positive lead, same thing as Reggie Steele. This is great for us. They swap into Giratina. We're going to swap into our Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck going to be doing super effective damage with that Dark Pulse. Now, I was a bit slow on the swap. I know it seems pretty quick here in the video, but that's because I speed up the battles to be a little bit more entertaining, but I was pretty slow on that swap. I should have gotten into that right away, or even gone into Cresselia potentially. Dark Pulse going to be doing super effective damage, and I get really, really greedy right here. I'm thinking, you know what, I can probably survive a few Dragon Claws, which I can, but I don't want to get too low. And this is where I start to get greedy. I should just fire off the Dark Pulse right there, because they get to another charge move, and I needed to eliminate the Giratina Altered before it got to that 3rd Dragon Claw, so I can maintain some health. So now they get another one. This is where the greed is really burning me right here, because now I have to use a shield in order to win switch advantage, which is a positive win for them. Yes, they lose switch advantage, but they have shield advantage now, and in a meta where charge moves are going to be flying very quickly and you can flip fights, it's a bad news bears for us. But Alolan Muck having loaded energy right here, we can get to Dark Pulses pretty quick, and they only have Thunder Shock, so we can actually get to another Dark Pulse before they could potentially farm us down, which is fantastic. So we're getting to another one. I hope this gets the shield right here. Please get the shield. I need shields down. No, they don't shield. Okay, so we have 2 choices. We can go to Swampert, but I'm worried about superpower damage, so I'm going to go into Cresselia, hoping they go for superpower right here. So charge move coming through. This could be superpower, or it could be rock slide, and it's going to be a rock slide. So still better choice in terms of soaking the damage. They loaded up on energy on their Melmetal. I'm just going to let them hit me with everything right here, and then we're going to swap now into our Swampert and farm down, because they just unloaded and they have a Sceptile. So this is dangerous, everyone. Sceptile with Bullet Seed as the fast move. It gets the energy very, very quickly. We're going to be firing off Hydro Cannons as fast as we can. We need to get that last shield, and we are in an uphill battle because the Sceptile has the potential to sweep. It has 2 shields, and it knows it, and we're going to try to go for another charge move here, but we don't get it in time. So I'm deciding, you know what, let the Swampert go down. I'm going to rely on Cresselia right here to try to finish this off. But the thing is, he has 2 shields, right? So I'm going to have to get to 3 charge moves to finish this game off. We're going to not shield right there. I was predicting that it was Leaf Blade instead of Earthquake. And we're going to go for the Moon Blast here in a second. Even though this is going to be shielded and I should be going for just fast moves, I need to try to get an attack debuff down. So we go for the Moon Blast right here, but I believe he swapped right there. We'll have to see. So charge move coming through, we go for Moon Blast. No, he doesn't swap, but we get the attack debuff, everyone. That is amazing. This is exactly what I needed, because I have to survive this. So that was complete luck. RNGesus was on our side, and Leaf Blade were able to survive. They swap now into the Melmetal. We go for the Moon Blast right here. This should be taking out the Melmetal. Well, it's definitely going to be taken out as long as they don't shield. And then it's going to come down to fast attacks, and the Psycho Cut wins out, and that is going to be a GG. So let's go ahead and move into the final battle of this set right here. It's got a lot of strengths, got some weaknesses, and one of the weaknesses is going to be a Grass Knot, Cresselia here on the lead. So we have Swampert versus Cresselia right here. And as I'm playing this, I go for the Hydro Cannon, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to try to swap into Cresselia right here, but I'm not refreshed up on how many fast moves it's going to take to get to each charge move. And as they're doing this charge move right here, I'm thinking, he's running Grass Knot. He's running Grass Knot, and sure enough, it is Grass Knot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to swap on a timely basis, but we don't right there. So now I have to give up 2 shields because this Swampert, I need it. Swampert is good, guys. I need the energy on this Swampert, so now we're going to go for Hydro Cannons. I need to get this Cresselia a bit lower, and we're already all shields down. So this is going to be a dance that we're going to have to perform. Now we're going to swap into our own Cresselia. They swap out into their Alolan Muck, which is okay. Moonblast going to be doing neutral damage because of the Dark Poison typing from the Alolan Muck right here, which is great because we could potentially get an attack debuff again, and Cresselia is so bulky that 1 Dark Pulse cannot take us out. It's definitely going to need 2, potentially 3, especially if we get that attack debuff. So we're going for another Moonblast right here. I need to get a shield. This Moonblast needs to get a shield. Please, Moonblast, get a shield right here against the Alolan Muck. We are up at it. We get a shield. Fantastic. Okay. Why did I want a shield right there? My Swampert has loaded energy, everyone, and I need to be able to utilize its energy efficiently to get this thing out of here. So I see my switch clock coming up. I'm going to go ahead and go for a 3rd Moonblast right here, which is fantastic. This should get the Alolan Muck low or get the final shield. It gets it low. That's fine. Now, Alolan Muck has loaded energy, and I need my Swampert to kind of sweep endgame because it's fantastic in a lot of neutral matchups. So we're going to go for Alolan Muck here, soak the charge moves from their Alolan Muck, and we're going to commit to the complete farm down. When I'm behind on shields, like as bad as I am here, I need to be far ahead on energy, which is why I'm just going to snarl this thing down. Yes, it can use Dark Pulse. Yes, it can use Sludge Wave to chip away at my health, but honestly, his back end needs to be prepared for the loaded energy I have on Swampert and the loaded energy I have on Alolan Muck right here. So we're both low, but I have loaded energy. I know they have Cresselia, which they do, so we're going to go for Dark Pulse right here, which tells me they have potentially Giratina Altered in the back, or something that's weak to Dark Pulse, or Gunk Shot, one of the two. And I go for a back-to-back Dark Pulse right here. This is going to be taking out the Cresselia now. Cresselia is low enough that it will take it out, but it doesn't. It's super bulky. So I'm like, okay, we farm down. No, he's able to get to a charge move. I'm like, Lord, this is like the worst case scenario. If he has a Grass in the back, it's over. Alolan Muck now, we're going to swap straight into Swampert, and it's going to be a Giratina Altered, and this is why, everyone, I said Swampert is so deadly in neutral matchups if you have the energy, because we're able to get to the Earthquake very, very quickly. This is a Dragon Breath Giratina Altered, which is deadly against those starters, because Dragon Breath does that neutral damage, and they're already got me to 50% health. A Shadow Sneak now coming through. That was a missed call by them. They should have gone for the Dragon Claw, and we're going to be able to get to the Earthquake in time. This will be taking out Giratina Altered, so we were able to recover there. Bad lead, lost all shields, but we utilized our energy efficiently, and that is going to be a good game. So overall, we went 4-1 in this set, which is really, really awesome. I'm very happy with my first set being 4-1 here at the start of Season 2 Ultra League. We had some blunders in there, some misplays, but that's going to happen, right? It's a new season. So let me know down in the comments how you guys are all doing. How are your battles going? What teams are you guys using? There's a lot of great Pokemon out there. And I know in yesterday's video about the top meta Pokemon, I forgot Scizor and Shiftry. Those two are definitely solid. Lucario and Gyarados as well. I just forgot to put them in there. I wasn't keeping them out on purpose. So 7-day streak as well, which I forgot to put a star piece down. So we've got a lot of Stardust there. Should have put a star piece down. And then I believe we surpass over 2,400 on this one. Let's see here. So we go claim the rank rewards. Yeah, we got to 2414. So feeling pretty good. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are all doing, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.